Five seconds
They could.
remain.
I mean, I was telling you yesterday about how much I love these flexible drafts, and now you're in Crazy's head. You were so certain that it was going to be Chris Lock on the Nature's Prophet mid lane last game, but then they ran the Phoenix mid instead. Now Crazy are thinking that Phoenix could be anywhere. That Nature's Prophet could be anywhere. They could put Tiny anywhere, so they really don't know. And really, Beast Coast don't have to decide until after they lock their heroes in. That's what I love about these flexible drafts. Yes, the European style of drafting that like Team Secret did in Omega League, where they pick the carry second pick in the drafting phase, or the first pick, but like second pick overall on their team, then banned all the counters to it. That one was pretty good, but there's nothing quite like not letting the enemies know where you're going to put any heroes until the end of the draft.
Silencer mid? Could even be that.
Yeah.
Is it Night Stalker mid? I saw that, what, yesterday? 2 days ago?
It is Radiance man.
It could be, but again, one of the problems playing the Night Stalker here is you are up against the Phoenix. An egg is the highest priority over any ability as far as switching night to day. So another team fight at an opportune time. You generally want to be able to get your egg off, and that's that. You don't want to be playing around shutting down the Night Stalker's nighttime for a couple of seconds. But it does play a factor in this as well, being able to shift him and turn him into a wet noodle, so to speak, for a small duration of the team fight. Suddenly he just got no attack speed, no movement speed for a couple seconds.
Ban the Jug. Thinking that Crazy you're looking for a one position. That could certainly be very true, unless they did something crazy. Hashtag go crazy. You know, like a one Ember or a one Night Stalker. I can see both those heroes sitting in a one position all of a sudden.
Gotta throw in some hashtag make waves as well, so people don't think you're biased.
5 seconds
A lot of Beast Coast fans watching today.
I could do some hashtag make waves, hashtag hashtag go crazy, hashtag where's my package? It was supposed to go into an Amazon locker. What's going on over here? Come on. That's all one hashtag, by the way.
This man needs 6 monitors or he simply cannot cast Dota.
It's not even, that's not even the delivery. It's actually something so, like, you guys would all laugh at me if I told you what I was upset about.
Don't tell us.
Say,
we will laugh. Twitch chat laughing at you for doing something silly or making a mistake? I don't think that happens.
5
Doesn't sound quite right.
What I wanted to get delivered today was a gooseneck kettle.
Kettle?
Ooh, CK. All right. Let's,
100 years old?
Dude, gooseneck kettle. I'm a coffee snob. I do some pour over.
All right.
Come on now.
Okay. I don't need coffee when I got these bad boys with me.
10 seconds.
That's fair. That is very
Thank you very much.
5 seconds.
Chaos Knight, a hero I haven't seen since Galaxy Battles 2. Although I made that joke the last time I saw CK, and that was during the Asia region of Omega League. So I'm redoing some jokes here. That's for sure.
That's fine. It's been so long since you've the material, no one's going to really remember anyways. So
yeah, it was like a month ago. Hopefully nobody remembers.
People don't have memory spans that long. But I do like the Chaos Knight pickup. A tanky frontliner carry. It makes a lot of sense here. You're playing against the Wind Ranger, Undying, Ember Spirit, Night Stalker. You need something with a little bit of bulk to it. You know the enemies are going to be able to get onto your back line. And they take the Gyrocopter last. I like that one a lot against these heroes. You're playing against the Phoenix. Anything that you can kind of attack the egg and not get punished for it too hard in these team fights is great. So Black Cannon fills that niche perfectly.
What the just happened?
Just let them get it out. We'll stop eventually. They'll let us speak.
Alright, we're good to go. We can talk now. AJFN on this Gyrocopter, Hector on the Chaos Knight up here. Whisper Phoenix again, but it was Whisper Phoenix the mid. We still don't know where it's going to go, but again, if they're playing Ryle Ember Spirit mid, the Phoenix just isn't going to do the same job against the Ember Spirit as it did this in the last game. Again, faster base attack time on Ember Spirit, you're able to dodge those Fire Spirits with your sleight of hits as well just before they land onto you. You do have a lot more harass on the Phoenix with that Sled Fist. Again, it's a low armor hero. And of course, he's not going to be able to do damage to you in the laning phase if you're maxing out that Flame Guard. So, the solutions are there. I don't think they'll run Whisper mid on the Phoenix again this game. They surprised the hell out of me last time. I saw those pooled tangos and I thought they were just messing around. But that wasn't the case. Owie Wind Ranger, though.
Go!
I'm excited. I really like this Arcana design. Can we zoom in on this, Bkop? Give us that zoom.
I'll give you the zoom when we finally load in.
Okay.
So that'll happen soon. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, I got you in just a second with that showcase mode. That gyro sound really hurt my ears. I don't know why I came into my headphones like that. We're okay. I hope so.
It's good to go. Stinger's good to go. And we finally get to watch some Dota.
There we go. See, we did really well. Just buying some time.
Oops. Alright, let's go. HFN with the 6 tangos, 3 branches, Slippers of Agility build. That's one of the bigger issues with Gyrocop. But you have an amazing attack animation. You have 2,000 projectile speed, but you don't have that that base damage. So last hitting the first couple levels can be a little bit tricky. Getting all these stats make things a little bit easier.
Who do you think's giving up first blood here?
Oops.
If you had to pick one person out of 10, who do you think it is?
Gotta be Stinger here on the silencer. This guy's gonna die at the start. I can see it now. Actually, it's whoever's beside Dubu here on the Undying and HFN on the Gyrocopter. I mean, both these level 1 abilities, Decay and Rocket Barrage, they just do so much at the start of the game. But it's tricky to get on top of this Phoenix. He's just gonna Icarus dive away.
So nobody giving up first blood just yet. We'll see how these lanes go. Will be Chris Luck back on the Nature's Prophet, this time over mid.
Makes a lot more sense to try to throw the Phoenix mid again. You had your fun with it. It was okay against the Sven, but there's just too many reasons why you can't run it against Ember Spirit.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm interested to see if Chris Luck goes straight to that Orchid this time around, if he's going to get greedy like that.
You have been denied.
Because that's what really caught the Weaver off guard, was the fact that, you know, they got into that Orchid, no boots, and all of a sudden it's just, oh, okay. I guess I'm just dead here.
Well, a lot of Nature's Prophets have just been running that Orchid Rush without boots. You get it at 500 gold faster. It's a pretty cheap item to begin with. And of course, you get on top of the heroes by using your teleportation and hitting them with the sprout as well. So you don't really running people down.
Stinger getting really low. He's committing to this, just throwing shots at Owie for the moment. But Kezu comes over. One more shot needed and won't get it. Only has Wind Run, does not have the power shot. So just level 1 and well, not finding the kill off that.
Yeah, we'll allow him to trade with this silencer a little bit easier though. So first point Wind Run is pretty good for that reason. Ooh, K1 just throwing out those casual chaos bolts onto Kazu here on the Night Stalker. I don't know about that. I mean, he goes through a lot of mana. I guess he did a little bit of damage to him, but Night Stalker is pretty high phase HP regen, so he's going to recover pretty quickly. We're trading here favorably with Stinger probably. He has to be a bit careful. And Run does give him those favorable trades, but of course you lose your base damage and Silencer gains it for every Glaives of Wisdom there.
Yeah, all of a sudden those glaives doing a lot of damage and making you rethink trying to trade. K1's actually looking to get a Reality Rift into a stun, but there's the wind run used, and all of a sudden K1 and Stinger, you know, they commit to that, but that's about it. Now, they don't find anything more than just running over there towards the secret shop.
We give ourselves a couple of stout items right there. Get a big trading with the Silencer. A little bit easier. Got 2 Fairy Fires on him as well. Be careful now if you're Stinger, you want to commit on to any of this. This looks like where all the action's going to be. You're going to be playing really far back if you're Schofield right now. I really like what they've done here. Whisper just like luring the creep back between the tier 1 and the tier 2.
Reality Rift. Owie. 2 seconds stun. Stinger coming over. Glaives doing a lot of damage. Can he get first blood with one more shot? Doesn't commit it.
Now that one's a little bit tricky. Again, with all these stat items, magic stick, and of course 2 Fairy Fires give him a lot to regen them in that fight. Now Stinger pretty low on mana here, so he does have a clarity. But without any points of mana, it's just not going to be able to trade with Wind Ranger spamming Wind Run on him there.
Chris Luck, meanwhile, over mid. We'll take a look as he's up against this Ember. They're about even, 20-7 to the 21-4 of Bryle, who picks up this regen rune. And then up towards top, lane we really haven't talked about too much. Whisper on this 3-position Phoenix, who's 12-7. Now, compared to the Night Stalker, only just 1 CS off. So, not the worst thing in the world. But Gyro only 16-7 then compared to the CK's 26-5. So, K1 having a good time here bottom. That's for sure.
It's going to be a little bit more tricky once Stinger goes through all of his regen, but for now, K1, he's on top of the world here. But him keeping that Wind Ranger off of him is pretty nice.
King cursing both Kezu and Owie. Just a little bit of harassment there. Nothing really too crazy to write home about. Homing missile hits onto Schofield. This might be first blood. Avalanche onto both of them. Looking for the flat cannon shots, but Schofield able to walk this one off. Very close to falling there. This is still 0-0, but Reality Rift. Stun thrown. Kezu only hit with a 1-second stun. Chaos Bolt at level 1. 1.25 or 2.2 second stun. You know, you're not getting that difference between, say, a 2 and a 4. That's going to keep you there forever. It's actually gone 1-1-2 right now, putting that second point into the Chaos Strike for the moment at level 4. We'll see what he goes for level 5.
Yeah, I missed that the level 3 Chaos Bolt that like differentiated between a 1 second and a... What? Oh, that was a weird glitch that I've got right. Alright, that needs to be fixed. Anyways, if you can see my screen right now, the differential between like the 1 and 4 seconds, like you were saying, at level 3 Chaos Bolt, I missed those days. Or you either just like lost the game based on RNG in the laning phase.
On HFN, they've got the Avalanche on the toss. This will be first blood coming out into HFN. East Coast making a statement, killing off the 1 position of Crazy and already up 1K net worth.
Yeah, Tiny's gonna be pretty happy about that one. Sends himself out some mana regen, and he's got his tranquil boots, so he can start running down heroes here. We're past the 5-minute mark though, so Catapult's up and Brown with a double damage. He's completely taking advantage of this Catapult wave. Look at the damage they're doing to this tier 1 tower. It might just go down in one shove.
Yeah, they drop the tombstone. They try to commit to this. Nobody coming over to really help out with the tower, and I guess they're just committing to letting it go. Nature's Prophet nearby, but Nature's Prophet not looking to keep it up. Shackle comes over. That hits onto Stinger. Doesn't keep him from dying, or doesn't keep him from getting away, really.
But just 100-0 right there on that mid tower. Taken out with just one catapult push there. And again, this mid tower is so important, especially in the early game. Every time you know that there's not a hero here, you know the enemies are setting up a gank somewhere in another lane. It just gives you so much information. Losing this kind of map control with the Nature's Prophet as well is pretty bad.
Prophet at 55 and 9, and now he's fighting on his tier 2 tower. CR4ZY in some trouble, and he already used Wrath of Nature. Bryle will survive, but Schofield avalanche from the high ground with the Sunray and Sleight of Fist. I don't think it's gonna matter. As Bryle eventually falls, this ghost just okay. That
You
was
saw
weird.
that too, right? That wasn't just me.
Invisibility.
Ghosts aren't real, I say to myself as I see that.
Dire's bottom tower is in danger.
Throwing out that fire remnant wasn't to get out of there. I just think that's to get back in the lane after he comes back up. Gank here over the mid lane, and Schofield is going to go down to the Night Stalker on this first night here.
Whisper.
Top of him.
Some trouble. Trying to get this kill. KheZu coming over.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
one last
is
shot to clean him up.
Radiant should look to the top tower.
Yeah, just
Dire's bottom
taking
tower
advantage of
is
this
in
first
danger.
nighttime. He got his super early phase boots, and now he's just running the
Radiant's
game.
top tower is under attack.
Was what the other day I was seeing Seb play the Night Stalker on OG. I think he was against Secret or Nigma, but the game went horribly at the start for him. He was basically just a crippling fear machine. He wasn't doing that one too well either. Didn't actually get the ability till 8, but because he's showing up in a big way.
Bryle's going for K1, and K1 used Phantasm. He survives for now, and force away the Ember. They get the kill onto the Night Stalker and HFN on this gyro. So Whisper with the double kill, using that Supernova. There was some chase onto K1. It wasn't enough to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, a good first use of that Supernova there, countering out the Night Stalker, slowing him down to a crawl. So he can't get out of there. He finishes drums up right now, but first night is now over. It's not his time. His ultimate's on cooldown for another 60 seconds here, so they're gonna have to slow down with their gameplay a little bit.
Dire should look to their top tower. Dire's top tower has fallen.
And it shows they lose that top 2-1 to Beastcoast.
Radiant should look to
2K
their
lead
bottom
right now
tower.
for Beast Coast. Switch it over the net worth 10 minutes into the game. You see that CK leads the way, so K1 with the Midas going into the Sanjin Yasha, BKB to follow. And then CR4ZY goes Blade Mail this time around, so it doesn't go into that Orchid first like the last game.
This one makes sense to me. You get on top of the Gyrocopter, you've got this Blade Mail. It's very easy for you to trade with him. It's not quite as good as it used to be when it gave you that bonus int. It was just amazing to build on Nature's Prophet, but
Radiant's
again, you get on top of him, you stop him from really fighting you back, getting that counter.
Silencer in some trouble. 3 heroes down bottom. Killing a Stinger. Nobody coming over to really help him out. It's more so just let the Silencer fall and continue to farm.
Yeah. I mean, this guy needs to get his level 6. He's got to be going somewhere, but he can't be slowing down his team. So he's got to be farming the dangerous areas. The map right now, and of course, that area is the bottom lane where the enemies want to be taking that tier 1 tower and moving over to the Radiant jungle and taking control of that. So that's just the price you got to pay when you
Whisper
get a lot
Ace
of
got the Sunray as well as the toss coming through. That's onto the gyro. They should get 2 from this. And they will. Both HFN and Dubu dying again.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Surprisingly, with all these kills, or well, I say all these kills, it seems like Silencer has been involved more than just those 2. But only 4 permanent intelligence stolen. Maybe he wasn't involved as much as I thought he was.
Coin for me.
Not a very smart guy so far, but yeah, just those 2 assists he's got so far. Still, +4 is pretty nice. And lowering this Undying's int at the start of the game does actually wonders, because this is a hero that runs into mana problems. You need to build Arcane Boots or something on him if you want to be able to spam your spells. Anything you lose is going to have a huge impact on him, so Silence is pretty happy about that one. It gets ridiculous sometimes. You're playing against a really bad Undying, he just dies a couple of times over and over again. You can throw like a Decay and a Tombstone, and then suddenly he doesn't have mana for anything else. You hate to see it. I mean, you're very happy if you're the Silencer player. I don't know how much Silencer you play, Bkop. I assume not that much, though. I know you're a big Ancient Apparition guy, so...
The quest for ultimate
Pause
glory
and switch back to there, and
continues.
we're back out of it again now. And looks like they want to push this bottom tower here. Side of the Radiant, but HFN already ready to defend. Oh, Schofield come behind them!
Nicely done. They come in, they get the kill on HFN. They look over as Whisper's Supernova doesn't go off, and now they look as Chris Luck, he's been locked down and killed off. So they get 2 kills here on the return. Crazy. Come out, I wouldn't say ahead, losing the gyro once again, but I guess they do overall. Dubu, though. Avalanche toss, Dubu in trouble. Stinger, though, he'll fall before they can get the kill on a Dubu, with the Soul Rip keeping him healthy enough to stay alive in that exchange.
Radiant
You have the
have
TP, but with
fortified
unobstructed vision from the Night Stalk for another couple of seconds, you're not getting out of here.
Yeah, that's 4 for 1.
I'd now say that one's worth it, and they do keep that tower up there as well, so Crazy pretty happy about that trade, as much as I'm sure HFN would disagree with us.
Waymail gets used bottom, Bryle ends up dead, Chris Luck getting the kill.
Now your tree
Too hard to really engage onto this hero right now. He's very scary. Nature's Prophet actually having a pretty high agility and strength growth rate for an int hero.
Turn this around once again, though. Tombstone going and getting placed. Stinger's already dead. Rocket Barrage right onto Chris Luck. Power shot across the bow with both Whisper and Chris Luck, but he pops the blade now. So now right on HF, and they've got the toss, and they'll get the kill onto the gyro. They look over at Owie. They've got the 2 second stun from Hector. Chasing, looking, Reality Rift, and the kill.
to the middle tower.
So nicely done by Dubu. Avalanche too late.
Eager to know Dire's
Very close though.
Just a moment too late. I want to talk about the work that the Nature's Prophet did right there. From the Blade Mail, we saw the return onto the Gyrocopter, 204 magical damage return, 124 physical damage return, and this is all just from AoE that he couldn't really prevent while he wanted to go on other heroes. The Nature's Prophet walked under him while he had the Rock Barrage and walked under the call down there. Sat underneath the flat cannon that he couldn't really prevent. If you want to keep hitting people and using your abilities in these team fights, you need to be hitting everybody in the AoE. And of course, here's Chris Luck taking advantage of that with the Blade Mail, bringing down that Gyrocopter super fast. So it's really limiting what this Gyrocopter can do in the team fight. That's why this Blade Mail pickup was so smart by him.
East Coast working with a 5k net worth lead at the moment. Even a 10 in terms of kills. Top of the net worth, though, for the moment is just Kezu on this Night Stalker. We've seen how many times HFN has died. 1, 5, and 3.
is in danger.
Not where you want to be.
Not at all.
In fact, he's so far behind that Undying's got to commit to Tombstone to help him farm the Ancients to get back into this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is
500 net worth behind the Night Stalker, behind Spirit. Night Stalker's been showing up this game in a big way, though. He winter his base boots and his drums of endurance, and he actually got to go back for Hand of Midas afterwards. And I don't hate this choice either. Yes, you don't really need the attack speed on Night Stalker. Yes, you'd rather have items that to run you into the enemies. But this game's probably going to go a little bit late.
the Dire's
And this guy's going to continue to be a huge core hero.
Reality Rift with the stun. They go after Kezu, who's in some trouble. Avalanche comes in, doesn't land, but they've got the toss from a long range to get the kill. To get the Night Stalker. They look over at Brow, they'll pop the Phantasm. So they want this tier 1 tower over in the middle lane.
destructions against attack.
I'm actually shocked they had the damage to bring that Night Stalker down with all the movement speed, but Mike continues to break out here.
They're going to look for HFN. They've got the Global Silence Seekers dive forward. Whisper, Reality Rift coming in on HFN. Supernova committed in the back lines. Shackle not going to connect. They still go for HFN, and, well, they've got the root onto Hector. Blink forward, Avalanche in, and the kill. Crystal Luck on the high ground. Icarus dive forward. Whisper right here. Looks over at Ali, who will try to escape. Bryle taking a lot of damage with that Spirit Vessel on him. Very dangerous for him. It's on the back. Now he comes back in. Schofield getting into it. He'll blink Avalanche toss, get the kill onto the Windrunner, and then dive past the tier 3, knowing his life is gonna go. Okay.
Dyer's
Get it over with quickly. No need to keep the gods waiting, says Tiny. And dives that one pretty far there. It was a decent fight, I guess, for Beast Coast. They're actually coming out on top. 2,400 XP for them, 1,800 for Crazy, and of course they go about a 400 net worth swing in their way. 7k net worth up now. 17 minutes into the game.
Radiant fortified their
Not bad.
structures against
HFN is just so far behind. He needs to finish his BKB to be able to survive in his team fight. Once he can deal with that Nature's Prophet Blade Mail and stop himself from getting gone on by this Chaos Knight, it's going to be a little bit easier. But there's just so much damage being focused on him and nothing to really save him and keep him alive at this point. You don't have enough on the Undying to really negate this damage. You don't have a pipe on anyone yet. I mean, you're starting to get there. Aoi now has the mechanism, but he's just going down way too fast. And his team isn't really able to create the space for him to farm for that long with Beast Coast running at them nonstop.
And Beast Coast continuing to just up their lead. They look over at Aoi. Soul Rip keeps him alive, but he'll be silenced. Going to the high ground. Kezu's here. They've got the haste, though, on Schofield, so it's not like he's in much trouble. He's had that blink
Both
dagger and
teams.
continues to make good use of it. Smoke, 5-man smoke coming in from Crazy. They're heading towards top, looking for Hector. The rest of the team is towards mid, and Hector finally escapes and gets into the mid lane with the rest of the team. He spots Stinger, and he's got Global Silence. He won't use it. They're not fighting just yet on the side of Beast Coast, so no reason to use it. But had they maybe made the rotation over, he might have used it in death.
Yeah. So him not using Global Silence is definitely the play there. But this is one of the things that mark a good silencer player from a bad one here, Bkop, is always having buyback available. Because the enemies go on you first, all they do is set you up for the perfect Global Silence if they kill you. Just buy back the game and pop it.
You calling Stinger not a good global
We're still pretty early into the game. I wouldn't go that far. I just wanted to point out something he didn't do. I'm a real connect the dots and ask questions sort of guy.
Dyer are scattered
Chris Lock has this BKB, TP up towards top. The scan lands. So they won't head towards this top lane. They're going to continue to just farm. BKB close for HFN. It's taking them a long time to get here, though.
Unfortunately, they're not doing a whole lot on the side of Beast Coast over here.
Refuse good.
They do get the bounty runes, but they spent a lot of time inside their own territory where the tier 1 was. There's no objectives near here, and they're definitely not going to take Roshan at this point. I think they want to invade the enemy jungle, go to where their creep camps are, and continue to slow down HFN's game prior to getting this BKB. It's too late now, though. He's got the BKB sent out, so he is going to be able to survive in this team fight. It's going to negate the effects of the Blade Mail. It's going to stop Tiny CK Phoenix from bursting down with all this magic damage or jumping onto him with Reality Rift and the stun. So, I do think that Crazy is able to take a team fight now with this BKB on the gyrocopter. The only question is if they can grab one of the enemy team on their terms.
Hector getting spotted.
Okay, one is pretty far up. Far away from the rest of the team. They are smoked up. They do have the Global Silence available, though.
Lands on the Hector. Tombstone committed. And now they've got the Phantasm. They do go for the global silence. Sunray on HFN. He pops the freshly minted BKB. They'll use the ult on Kezu. He's continuing to move forward. Stinger, he's already used the global silence. Supernova on the back. And they're moving forward. Stinger's not dead. 3-second stun out onto the gyro with the Sunray on him. They'll get the kill on HFN. Now they look towards the rest. Kezu, he's going to be forced to run. Schofield, he's got his blink available, but no avalanche. He's got tossed. They'll get the stun on AUY and finish him off. All of a sudden, that goes really well for the side of Beast Coast, surprisingly. And, you know, with heroes very low all over for them, I say surprisingly, and they go right into Roche.
I mean, he got hit by the 4-second Chaos Bolt there and just completely destroyed by the damage. Like, he went too far forward with his BKB and right into the Supernova as well. Like, as soon as you know that your BKB is about to expire, you're really far away from your team. It's time to get back and close them before it pops. But HFN just took his eyes off the duration of that Black King card. He got punished for it super hard. I think if he was further back, closer along his team, the Supernova stun doesn't hit anyone. That skill is essentially wasted, and the Chaos Knight is forced out of the fight using his own BKB. HFN just not having the best performance this game. Almost seems as if he's distracted. I don't really know why he went that far forward in that team fight. He needed to be able to make a big play out of that fight when he first got that 10-second BKB, and that didn't happen there.
Avalanche on Owie, and the toss on the Hector, looking over to get this kill on Owie with a 4-second stun. When it's 4 seconds, all of a sudden it feels like it's forever.
Might as well be against this Chaos Knight 15k net worth. There's no way you survive when you get the 4-second stun on you. You're toast.
Go for the tier 2 towards top. Trying to trade though. I don't really know how much of a trade it is. They're not really committing from Dubu and Bryle. And again, as we saw in the last game, just walk up to the high ground and continue on. Phantasm committed.
And they need to get over here and stop them. They do have the Dark Ascension available, but they also have the Supernova and Global Silence again. I'm not sure they're going to be able to take this fight, given how they did last time. They do have the BKB.
Reality Rift, stun comes out, 4-second stun, and ult or not, you end up dead. They've got the remnant forward, they'll look with the Sleight of Fist, they take out Whisper, no Supernova this time, they'll buy back on this Undying, they look over at Chris, they're trying to do the damage with the BKB being Papa Kezu, so they've got themselves a second, no buyback on either of them. Schofield low, Stinger low, they'll get the kill on the both of them, leaving Hector by himself trying to TP out, and he's able to do so. You end up taking the ranged racks in the tier 3, but giving up 4 like that may not be worth it. Did force the buyback from Dubu, but overall, certainly close. And take a look at the fight recap. Yeah, favorable for Crazy in terms of net worth.
Missed the first fight recap ever in my life right there. Didn't manage to catch it. Just have to work with these charts, and even though I don't understand how charts work, like when the data is easily presented to me, but that definitely wasn't worth it for the side of Beast Coast there. I mean, losing 4 heroes just for the tier 3 in the range tracks. Got the melee one, maybe you slowed down their game enough, but you're offering a gyro, a window back to the game for every team fight you don't win. Oh my god, beautiful by Chris Lock.
Coming over to get the kill there on HFN. Dubu, Reality Rift. There's a second gun. Bryle needs to be careful. He's remnant into the trees, but still, they get the kill on HFN.
Look at the size of Chris Lock's brain. He jumps over here onto the high ground, sprouts himself. That means the gyrocopter, even though he's got the quelling blade in his inventory, needs to cut through 2 trees in order to get through there. Bkop. There's just nothing he can do.
Now
the goalkeeper.
Definitely playing keeper there.
Love sports ball, man. Chris Luck clearly watches a lot himself. But Chris Luck has performed pretty good these last 2 days here. Both these series. He's been an absolute star.
So they'll try to finish off the set of rack side of Searing Chains coming out. Shackle as well. All of it missing. Homing missile on them. Behind them, though, is KheZu. He's forced to use that BKB. They were trying to converge and get something to happen. Side of his Searing Chains out on a Chryslok. It doesn't quite hit. So Schofield sitting back with Whisper, thinking maybe that KheZu comes back, but he doesn't have the BKB, so it is very difficult to really commit to something like that. Whereas Beast Coast might just look for the fight, and Dubu killed off immediately. Blade Mail popped by Chryslok, popped the BKB, and now we've got the Shackle that lands onto the Phoenix, as well as this Silencer. Silencer buys back, used the Global Silence right away. However, are they going to commit for more? KheZu's almost dead. He doesn't quite fall. And that's all Beast Coast will get.
There you go. That's how you know Stinger's a good silencer player. You save for the buyback, the enemy go on him, he buys back, he pops Global Silence. Either that or he was listening to me earlier. I'd like to believe he's just a absolutely base silencer player.
Scanning for enemies.
But that buyback Global Silence was like a bit of a waste.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 3 items finally coming out. 27 minutes in the game. They get the repair kit on the gyrocopter. You probably want to pick that up on the Night Stalker, the Undying here. I mean, it's going to be useful for base defense as you hold. But again, you're not really holding if your gyrocopter isn't getting further ahead. And he's sat about the same net worth the last couple of minutes here. Just this BKB, Mask of Madness, drums, treads.
Remnant, BKB, popped by Chryslok, going after Bryle. He's got his own BKB ready to go. Arcane Curse hits on the gyro as well as the Ember. They'll throw the homing missile at Stinger. Stinger now is forced to run back, but nobody's going to commit just yet to try and get this kill. Bryle moves in, Searing Chains, locks him down. Again, Stinger just eating a lot of this harassment. And I guess Chryslok will just go towards top. He doesn't really want to fight this. None of Beast Coast do.
Not much left for him to grab top. Probably the neutrals will help him towards next. I'm not sure what that is, though. He's got a lot of what he needs at the moment. Blade Mail, Monkey King Bar, BKB, Mask of Madness. It's really easy for him to pick off out with that MKB. Just not sure what the play back into this game right now is for Crazy. They're playing pretty deep into the enemy jungle, and they managed to get out of their base to get those tier 3 neutral items, but they don't have a whole lot else going on at the moment. I think Beast Coast just wait for the night to end, maybe grab this next Aegis, and they're good to go. They can just end the game. It's only a matter of time.
And Night and Shortest Roche possibility hitting at about the same time.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, TP's back. Side of his Searing Chains coming through onto the Silencer. Uses the Global Silence to go after Bryle as well as KheZu. The Guardian Greaves are popped and keeping Crazy sustained for now as they get a second kill on a Whisper. They do end up losing Dubu. BKB's been popped by Chryslok. He's doing a lot of damage onto KheZu. Blink forward from Schofield with the toss, but they still have the kill. Chryslok in some trouble. He'll end up falling. Down goes Schofield. Hector here late. They got the buyback coming in from the Phoenix. Can Phoenix even do anything? He's silenced up and in some trouble. He needs to get the Supernova off, but never even gets that. Chryslok, he buys back into the game, and all of a sudden, Beast Coast, they're going to lose 2 heroes that bought back. Both the Phoenix as well as the Nature's Prophet have given this game back to Crazy.
That was just a complete slaughter. Look at this change here. Look at this fight recap. This fight recap Bkop. 10,000 in the favor of Crazy after that fight. They lost so much gold as well. All they needed to do was wait for the night to end and grab that Roshan. But Crazy managed to catch them out at the worst possible angle in their jungle when they're trying to go up for this hill. They walked right into Crazy there. Everything went right for them as well. They got on the Global Silencer. They popped the BKBs on 3 heroes as soon as they went on, or they popped that Global Silence there. It was just a disaster. Everything going right for Crazy, even though the game is just basically over for them. They needed to hold out for just that other minute and not engage the enemies there.
Yeah, Hector wasn't there to start that fight. He was more there towards the end of it. Good Stinger in a lot of trouble. Homing missile call down, all coming through. Remnant forward. The damage on HFN from Hector. That's why you needed him here. KheZu pops the BKB, but Hector will just chase. Icarus dive over. Can they catch him? Looking for Bryle. Reality Rift. TP attempt. Damage is still there. Maybe Hector swings at him. He might have been able to get that kill.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah, if he's got the real hero there, it's going to do just a little bit more damage. Because you get that added 46, but I'm not completely sure. It would have been pretty close. Roshan, unfortunately for Team Beast Coast, but fortunately for Crazy, is actually at like the max timer for this game. So this will give the time for Gyrocopter to respawn and them to move back towards the pit here. But you were just looking at ending the game when next daytime, the next Roshan, and suddenly Crazy's back in it. Gyrocopter's still not really in the game. He doesn't quite have his egg himself. Actually, I think he just finished it. Very close.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's got it done. Point boosters in the shop. So he's finally finished his next item. Night Stalker is still huge and moving towards the late game with the Midas, but you do have to deal with the 22k net worth Chris Luck. He gets on top of you in these team fights, and now that he's got his level 20 talent, Reality Rift Spears' spell immunity. Even with your BKB, he can blow you up very quickly. You have to be careful with your positioning now.
Let's see, can Beast Coast hold it together? This would be a very important win for them, considering they took the 2-0 yesterday. Shackle lands on Hector. He's got a double damage for a little bit longer. Roche is just about to spawn, but Avalanche toss on a Dubu. The right click's coming in. Tombstone committed. They got the 3-second stun Supernova in the middle of the fight, but they're going to go for the egg instead. They don't care about the rest of these heroes, and that is how you take the egg very quickly. Hector stops hitting HFN, and HFN seem dead to rights there. They lose Schofield. They're going to continue to try and commit to him, but over on the back of this fight, Chris Luck, he's been surrounded and stays alive as you look at the damage that Hector can do. On a Bryle now, he'll get another one. 9-time spree for Hector, taken out of the hands of Bryle.
Even more gold in his pockets. Roshan is up now, but be careful about taking this one. They still have the Gyrocopter and the Wind Ranger up.
Dire are scanning.
Actually, I don't see much reason why they can't just go and do it right now. Your main two heroes they are worried about is this Ember Spirit and the Night Stalker. Once Phoenix is back up, why not move towards the pit there?
HFN. This might be why Silver Edge Shackle coming through, but it's not going to be enough. They've got the Arcane Curse from the DKB being popped. Silence, Gyro, Reality Rifted back, and there's the kill for Hector, taking out HFN for 83 seconds.
Yeah, you know, that's why they're up here playing and I'm not. They see that opportunity up there. They grab the Gyrocopter. Now Roshan is even more free. Aegis and Cheese here. Pops Phantasm, take it down just a little bit quicker. And even Owie up there wasn't able to save him from the Chaos Knight. Burning through Roche very quickly. Really shows the amount of net worth this guy has.
Aegis and Cheese for the side of Beast Coast. Take a look at the buybacks. Only available on the Silencer and the Undying. It'd be the worst thing for Beast Coast to force their way through one of these lanes.
At last.
They did manage to stall out until the next night time here. We're level 25 now, plus 1 second min/max Chaos Bolt duration on the CK. He does manage to get on top of these people. They're in trouble. They do have BKBs on all these important heroes right now.
Trying to get that 5-second. Big 5-second stun.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Game over if you get hit by that on the Ember Spear, right?
I think anybody.
Anyone's just dead.
I'm surprised though. They only go for the tier 2 tower. They back off of it. seemed like they were ready to commit a lot more for that, and instead just kind of back away.
Pretty close to the next items here on Beast Coast, though. Hector almost has his, I guess he wants to save for buyback, but he's getting pretty close to his Scotty here. He could actually go sell his Midas and buy it right now. In fact, that might be what he goes and does. He pops the Silver Edge.
The seeds of fortune.
There we go. Yes. That's what you like to see. Now, if he does get on top of this Gyrocopter is not getting away. Slowed by 50% since he's a ranged hero. And he might be able to get him here.
See, moving forward, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. Backdoor protection available. Now finally dropping off. I believe, yeah, they smoked, and they're going to try and wrap. The repair kit is there. This is a long wraparound, and we'll see if this ends up being worth it. Homing missile hits on a Hector. Stinger, he'll go to the high ground. That may not be where he wants to be. Dark Ascension used, goes to the silence a bit early. Blink forward, Dubu already dead. Global silence gets used. They look over to get this Phoenix, and Whisper dead once again. They've taken out HFN. He'll buy back immediately with the Tombstone down to the high ground. They look over as Bryle, Sleight of Fist, trying to survive. He's been silenced. Chris Luck just throwing these right clicks out there. He's got the Satanic, so he'll heal up to full. This Decay is just not doing anything from Dubu. They get the second kill on HFN. This is looking really bad for Crazy. They get the kill on a Stinger. Phoenix has buyback. Reality Rift coming through on a Dubu. They get the kill there. They're taking out the Schofield. 3 for a bunch so far. Shackle onto the CK as well as the Nature's Prophet. Sleight of Fist coming in, but into the Silver Edge, looking maybe to go after Bryle and Co. They'll go after the racks. The Shackle doesn't land. Chris Luck, he pops the Blade Mail, has the Satanic, so if he gets low, he still has the ability to pop that. He uses it. Down goes Kezu. Bryle needs to retreat. Chris Luck and Hector stand tall.
But how do they bring down this Chaos Knight here? Look at him, 5,600 HP, 20 armor, more than 300 damage and attack, and he's doing crits. This is like some sort of Agadam's Loudmouth boss, not a hero. He's huge. So much further ahead than everybody on Crazy. They can't bring him down. There's just no solution to him right now.
Yeah, they really are struggling. Hector goes after Bryle, even with the BKB. Remnant away, just barely surviving the multiple sites, but still. East Coast stand tall. Oh, look at that. Damage on Nikezu gets the kill. 4-second stun. Now on the last set of racks. He's dead for 2 minutes. GG will be called. Crazy tap out. And it's another 2-0 for Beast Coast.
East Coast 4-0 in the series so far. They came into this, I was thinking they were looking weaker than ever these last couple of tournaments, but they took down 4 Zoomers yesterday, one of the best teams in the region. Crazy, another one of the best teams in the region. They're slaughtering North America right now, Bkop.
Yeah, that they are. North America needs to figure it out, because they are not winning thus far. And that is a very good game from Beast Coast, I would say, other than the fight without Hector. That's what brought it back to about even. But, you know, Crazy, even with a stand-in, Duvu for Moomiander, things looked not tight enough to beat this Beast Coast side. And you can see just graph-wise, Beast Coast having it basically start to finish. So we'll see. You know, what does Beast Coast have left? What does Crazy have left? Like, based on this performance, what are you thinking for both teams?
HFN was pretty lackluster that game. I mean, yes, they did a decent job of shutting him down. They built amazing items out of Chris Luck. But I feel like they just didn't do a good enough job at securing HFN farm. Maybe stack some more creep camps for him, make his lane a little bit easier. Biggest takeaway from the series yesterday and today is just Chris Luck's amazing performance. I really like what he did that one time at that ramp near the Roche pit. Just blinks in the middle of, the enemy's like high ground and jungle, and the bottom of that ramp there, throwing the spread onto himself, stopping anyone coming through. His gameplay, items, timings, everything the last 2 days Chris Luck has done has been amazing. So Beast Coast doing a really good job of playing around him. His performance has been phenomenal.
So very well done there by Beast Coast. They go on to win the series 2-0. Coming up next, Team 0, the artist formerly known as Business Associates will take on Infamous. So we'll be back with that series in just a moment. Then following that is 4 Zoomers against Thunder Predator, and then finish it off is Haven Liberty against Infinity Esports. So stay right there. We'll be right back in just a moment. See you in a bit.